After flying back to the USA from Southeast Asia, I realized how important good travel gear really is. On this trip, two things that I actually ended up using constantly were the Tolaccea M06 Travel Backpack and the P11 Packing Cubes. These are two products that I actually used during this trip that genuinely helped with organization, protecting my gear, and reducing stress while traveling. When you're moving through airports, hotels, taxis, and long international flights, having a better organization system honestly makes the whole experience smoother. These are products that I genuinely used during this trip that help protect my gear, stay organized, and reduce a lot of unnecessary travel stress. And in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing these two products. Stick around.
Same four walls, same fading year. Got these plans stuck in my head. Southeast Asia calling me instead. Bangkok nights in Bali shores. Sick of dreaming, want something more. Pack your bags.
So I've been testing both these products here at the hotel and while filming around the lake. And honestly, there are a few things that really stood out. One thing I noticed right away is the organization. Everything has a place. And when you travel a lot, that becomes a huge deal, especially during long travel days. Not digging around for cables, passports, or electronics makes things way less stressful. The suspended laptop compartment with the EVA padding is honestly one of my favorite features. When you travel constantly, protecting your electronics becomes a serious priority. The shoulder straps were comfortable during long airport walks, and overall, it just felt like a really clean travel setup. Now, this sounds minor, but I actually appreciated that it stands up upright on its own instead of constantly collapsing over everywhere. The material is also water repellent, which is always something I look for when traveling, especially filming outdoors, around lakes, unpredictable weather, or moving between locations constantly. But honestly, what paired perfectly with the backpack during this trip were the packing cubes, because together everything just felt way more organized. These honestly made living out of a suitcase way easier during this trip. When you're constantly moving between hotels, airports, and different locations, organization becomes way more important than people realize. And what I liked about these is they're designed specifically around efficient travel packing instead of just throwing clothes into random bags. One feature I thought was smart was the color system. They use different colors so you can instantly identify what's inside or separate different categories of clothing without digging through everything. I could easily separate shirts, electronics, laundry, or travel gear and keep everything organized. They also have size coding and icons built into the cubes, which sounds small, but actually helps make packing feel way more organized and efficient, especially on longer trips where suitcase space starts disappearing fast. One thing I noticed immediately was how clean everything fit inside the suitcase. They're designed around a standard 24-inch suitcase, so everything stacks together really efficiently without weird wasted gaps or empty corners. It actually made the suitcase feel less chaotic overall. The compression feature was honestly one of my favorite parts. They use heavy-duty compression zippers that compress bulky clothing down surprisingly well, especially for international travel when you're trying to maximize luggage space without overpacking. The material also feels really durable. They're using water-repellent, rip-stop nylon, so they feel lightweight but still strong enough for constant travel. And overall, they just feel designed for people who travel a lot. After using both the backpack and the packing cubes together during this trip, I honestly started appreciating how much smoother good organization makes long-term travel feel. Now, this ended up being one of the most useful features on the trip. Keeping dirty clothes separated sounds simple, but after long flights and hotel stays, it makes a big difference. Something people don't realize about long-term travel is how mentally exhausting constant movement can become. You're constantly unpacking, repacking, going through airports, changing gear, keeping track of documents, and adjusting to different places. Good travel gear doesn't magically change your trip, but it definitely removes a lot of unnecessary stress. Listen, I've tested a lot of travel gear throughout the years, and honestly, most of it kind of blends together after a while. But these products I actually found myself appreciating during the trip. If you travel often, especially internationally, having a better organization system honestly makes the entire experience smoother. So these were two products I genuinely ended up using and appreciating during the trip. If you guys travel a lot, let me know what travel gear you never leave home without. Links are down in the description and also the pinned comment if you want to check it out. And subscribe for more travel and more travel gear videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.
Time keeps slipping away from us, keep living like this. Away from us, away from us. Gio, let's go.